Oh, hey there. My name is Mariah. Thanks for clicking on my video. Welcome. For today's video, as you can tell by the title, I am going to be trying out new products. So these aren't necessarily new to the market, but they're new to me in my collection. So the foundation I'm going to be using is the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. I got this as a sample from Sephora. It has a little applicator, which I really like. Oh, look at how cute this is. Oh my gosh. Just putting that all over my face. Hopefully, oh my gosh. Oh, I'm just gonna tap that out with the Y6 from Morphe. So my immediate thoughts are, it's kind of more skin-like. So this is definitely a foundation I could use and like on an everyday basis because I like more of the natural look. So next for concealer, this should be interesting because it's literally darker than the foundation. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte and it seems to be very yellowy. This is the shade Ivory. So first impression, there's basically nothing on the applicator. Do you see that? Some under my eyes. Oh, okay. Well, just for the purpose of this video, I don't like the applicator because you have to keep dipping in to get more product because there's just not enough. I'm using my Morphe sponge to blend it out. So I'm noticing that if you don't work with it quickly, it does dry down fast, which I am not a fan of, because then you just have to work twice as hard to blend it out. Do you see that? I can't fully blend it in because it's already dry. So the coverage is all right. I am not a fan of the drying quickly part of that. It's very matte. So if you have dry skin, it'll probably make your under eyes look even more dry. So because that concealer was matte, I need to add moisture back to my face. Next for contour, I'm going to be using this from Wet n Wild. This I got from Target. It was on clearance. It was $3.99. I got it for $1.98. So what I first like to do with these cream products is just warm it up. I'm going to use a stippling brush. So that was actually way creamier and easier to blend out than I thought it was. I also added way too much, hence the reason why I look all muddy here. So for this side I'm going to use less. Less product is key with this. See, it kind of scared me at first because the first few swipes, it doesn't do anything. Then I'm going to do a teeny tiny bit on my nose. For this, I'm actually going to use my finger. Blends right out. Really Kevin. Okay, that blended out really easy with just my fingers. So for blush, I'm going to be using the Cindy Luminizer, and this, more of a highlight. It's super shimmery. It's not chunky or it doesn't have glitter. It just has that like sheen to it. I'm going to take the E4 brush. It just makes you look healthy and fresh. Like you have this nice glow to your skin. So yeah, I'm really digging this. I'm really excited for this next one. It was a kit. It was $10. I got it on clearance for $2. I got myself one. $2 for all of this when it was originally $10. I'm gonna lose my mind again. So here is what the highlighter looks like. This is the brush. It's super nice and tapered and fluffy. Oh my gosh. Are you seeing this? I don't want to look like a matte chalkboard. I was not expecting that. That was like a gem find. Let's move on to brows. I also got this at Target. A Christmas special on clearance. No lie, I think it was $1. It is the Perfusion Beautiful Brows. I'm interested because this brow pencil looks exactly like my favorite everyday one that I use, which is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist. So the spoolie is actually pretty strong, pretty decent, not bad. So it's actually very creamy and blends out really easily. So it actually worked out really well for me. I have this palette from Flower Beauty. It also comes with a bonus $6 brush. So I've never tried any of Drew's eyeshadows before, so I'm interested to see how they blend out. They're creamy or dry. First, I'm just going to take this pale shade right here. I'm just going to put this all over my lid. Next, I'm going to go into this shade here. This kind of a light brown taupey color. See, they are a little bit powdery. It doesn't bother me entirely as long as it doesn't create a situation down here. So this one I'm going to put everywhere. On the crease, on my eyelid, everywhere. Definitely want to kick off the excess powder. And that's going to end up, I'm layering colors to give myself a nice base to start with. I'm going to go in with the Morphe M57 brush, and I'm going to be taking this shade, just grabbing a little bit on the brush because you want to make layers lightly. Putting that in my crease. So I'm noticing with the shades that I've used so far, I'm having to dip in back to the palette a little more than usual because the color payoff isn't exactly what I want the first time, which is fine. It just means you have to take more time, add more layers, and build up to what you want it to be. With this shade right here, I'm using a Morphe M39. That's a lot of pigment. I'm going to pack it outer portion of my eye. I basically just put the color on sloppily, going back to the M573 brush and just gonna blend out those edges. It's almost as if the product is just moving around as I swipe it. It's coming off on other parts where I placed it. That shade isn't really working out for me, but I have to do the same to the other eye. So to kind of clean up the edges a little bit, so I took some of my favorite L'Oreal Hydra Perfect. This is a translucent powder. You can just take a sponge or even a brush, dip it in the powder, just stamp right here on the edge of your eye, and you can create the outline, the shape, the angle that you want it at. The shadow just kind of like separates when you start to blend it out, and then it becomes patchy. So I'm going to take this Morphe M421 brush. Look at all that powder from the shadow that I used. So for the shade that I'm going to put all over on top of the lid, I'm going to use this shade. So the finger swatch is really nice. Oh, that's a big difference. I'm just taking her little blending brush and just blending the edges a little bit. It's not as out there as I thought it was going to be. I just want to see how a few of the other ones swatch. See how this one is. They're super buttery to the touch. They swatch really well, but a swatch does not necessarily mean how it's going to apply on the eye. You could have a good swatch and a bad application, or you could have the other way around. You could have a good application with a bad swatch. This navy blue one. They're pretty decent swatches. They are super powdery. For me, this is just one of those palettes where you have to take your time and you have to be patient. You're gonna have to build to get what you want here. Just keep that in mind. I'm gonna take this M421 brush and just dip it in. I think I'm gonna mix these two together. I'm just gonna wipe all this away. So, I've officially decided I do not like the concealer. It's a no from me. Hopefully to help out the eye situation going on, I'm going to be using this new Ciate Fierce Flicks eyeliner. Alright, I'm back. Just put some eyeliner that I had in my tight line and my waterline to help the situation out a little bit. This is from e.l.f. It is their new liquid lipstick. This is the shade Tea Rose. So it's one of these doe foot applicators. It's already dry. I really like the color actually. For mascara, I don't have anything new, so I'm just going to go in with my Smashbox little travel size. It's the full exposure mascara. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. Alright, I'm back. Hopefully, I think it does look better now that the whole look is complete. Some of these were awesome, some of these were fails. It's all based on your own personal opinion, what you like and what you don't like, what you're willing to deal with and what you're not. As far as the lip goes, I really like it. Does not come off at all, which is really nice. The only thing about it though is that there is no tackiness, no hydration at all, so keep that in mind because your lips will get dry. This is one of my favorite lippies here. This is like the same thing, but it has more of a tackiness to it, so your lips don't feel as dry throughout the day because it kind of gives it a little bit of moisture. That is a completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I hope if you haven't heard of these products before, maybe you want to go out and try them and give it your own opinion. Let me know if you have any of these products and if you have a different opinion, stuff that may work for me, may not work for you, vice versa. Who knows? I'm just here to give you a helping hand. Please subscribe to my channel. Be on the lookout for new videos. Hope to see y'all next time. Bye. Peace out.